It's a privilege to be here. It's amazing. I came to the program and I was just like, I mean, I hope I make it through, but I can't wait till I can get out of here, be off the hill. Now I'm on my 5-day pass and I just come back and hang out with these guys, so it's kind of crazy. But anyways, my name's Caleb. I'm from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and I'm 23 years old. I kind of have a little bit of a different story than a lot of people. Growing up, I had everything you could ever want. Incredible parents. My dad's actually here. That's him right there, recording. We went on vacations. When I got to high school, my freshman year, I started running and quickly began to excel in that as well as academics. By the time I graduated, I was 4th in class and I had 2 state championship titles. Got a scholarship to Oklahoma Baptist University in Shawnee and took that, and I was captain of the cross country team by my sophomore year. Everything was just going great. I mean, here I am, captain of a cross country team at Baptist University, you know, going to church, never went to parties. I had it all figured out. By my junior year, I really started to excel in running and found myself ranked 17th in the nation for NAIA for the marathon. Went to nationals, and at the 18.5 mile mark, I tripped and did not complete the race. Came back and was just devastated. I felt like I had let everyone down, even though I hadn't. I didn't know how to handle it. You know, everything in my life had always been success, so I didn't know how to handle the failure. And Matthew 6:33 says to seek first His righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. You know, and the things added are the security, the peace, the rest. But I didn't do that. Instead, I went and I sought relief from the world, started going to parties, quickly began to abuse alcohol and weed because it's just weed. Now it's legal in a few states. It's not that big of a deal, right? Wrong. I got hooked on pain pills, and I mean, you can guess the rest of that story. It just went downhill quick. 6 months before coming here to the program, and I've been in about 10 months now, so this would have been 16 months ago, I called my mom and I broke down and I was just like, I've got to stop this, you know, I can't handle what's going on. And she was like, okay, well, whatever you need, you know, they'd always been there for me. And I was like, well, I've got it, you know, I'm just going to do it. That's all I got to do is just stop. And I was actually able to stop for a little bit. But if you just take someone out of the drugs, if you just like send them to jail or go to a secular program, they're removed from the drugs and things look great. I mean, until they're right back in it. So, nothing happened. It didn't fix a single thing. I had to replace that hole. That hole that I had filled with temporary relief had to be replaced. And so on May 5th, I believe, 2013, I had a real bad overdose and on heroin. And I ended up in ICU, hooked up to a ventilator for 36 hours. And my parents got that talk from that doctor that you just see on movies and never really happens. You know, we don't know if he's going to come back. We don't know if he does come back. He will probably have brain damage. They didn't know. But it's incredible. You know, my lungs started to work again, and I look back on it now. Could it be that my running and all that and everything had been set up to where I would have strong lungs and be able to come back and breathe again? You know, I believe God had His hand over that whole situation. So I woke back up, and I was physically alive, but I was emotionally wrecked and spiritually dead. I didn't even know what the word spiritual meant. And so I came to Teen Challenge. And Teen Challenge to me was like a cast. When you break your arm, you go to the doctor and they give you a cast. And the cast doesn't actually fix anything. It's the healing power within your body, the red blood cells and different things like that working together that fixes you. And so, but a cast is uncomfortable and there's restrictions. So I came to Teen Challenge broken, and it was uncomfortable, and there was restrictions, and they didn't fix anything, but Jesus began to work in my life as the healing power and fixed me. And I stand here today just changed, saved by grace. I can't even tell you everything that's happened. My sister, she's 14 years old. She was 12, at the time my whole mess was going on, and I just devastated her. She just looked up to me so much. I was successful and doing all the right things, and so I broke her. And I've just been praying. I've been writing her. I write her twice a week now. She writes me back, and we talked on the phone last night. I'm going to tear up if I talk too much about it, but he's reconciling that relationship, and we have an incredible relationship now. Not only that, I think she's 13. There's a girl named Taylor now, and my parents have taken her in because her family kind of left her, and so my parents took her in. And I've never met her face to face, but I've talked to her through the little FaceTime thing they have, and that was just the other day. And so I serve a God that not only restores relationships, but He blesses doubly. And I now have 2 sisters that I can influence and look at. And I'll try and finish up. I can talk forever. But for my future, I want to do missions. And not just missions plural. I just don't want to go on a missions trip. I want to be a missionary. I want to spread the gospel out to the darkest parts of the world, because people need to hear about Jesus Christ, because He saves. And if you don't believe He performed miracles today, then you need to open up your eyes, because there's 25 miracles right up here on this stage. Galatians 2:20 kind of defines my life now. It says, I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ who lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God who has loved me and given Himself for me. Thank you very much.